Because we have glamorized the experience of suffering. We have glamorized war and terrorism. We have glamorized abduction and kidnap. We have glamorized death. At one time, the thing that everybody wanted to be was high society. It was about being elite. It was about appearing like you had wealth, like you had money. People were buying fake Gucci belts. And then it flipped. The thing to be when people developed consciousness, awareness, was somebody who understands the suffering and persecution of other people. And then suffering became a thing through which to extract validation.
Elika Laban, who is an Iranian activist, is going to expose Greta Thunberg as if she already hasn't been exposed for her fraud in this video. Elika is a fascinating individual, very well spoken, and just so smart. She understands this stuff so well. And Greta is just a fraud. I'm the other Barack coming to you live and direct from Melbourne, Australia. Before we get into the video, folks, if you are brand new to this channel, welcome. And if you have not already, please just take 3 or 4 seconds right now. Press that subscribe button and that bell icon because we put out a lot of content here almost every single day so that you have an up-to-date, boots-on-the-ground reality of what is going on. It would mean the world to me. I love all of you. And if you are returning, shalom, chaverim. Hello, friends. Let's get into the
You know what this reminds me of?
My name is Greta. I'm a citizen of Sweden. If you are watching this video, I have been abducted and taken against my will by Israeli forces. Please tell my government to demand my and the others' immediate release.
It reminds me of this.
It's crazy to say because we're on an Ivy League campus, but this is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for. Like, could people please have a glass of water?
What do these two things have in common? I will tell you. They are both performing the suffering of terror and war. One is performing being the victim of war, living in encampments and needing humanitarian aid, just like the Palestinians. The other is performing being a victim of hostage taking, needing a foreign government to secure their release, just like the Israelis. Why? Because we have glamorized the experience of suffering. We have glamorized war and terrorism. We have glamorized abduction and kidnap. We have glamorized death. At one time, the thing that everybody wanted to be was high society. It was about being elite. It was about appearing like you had wealth, like you had money. People were buying fake Gucci belts. And then it flipped. The thing to be when people developed consciousness, awareness, was somebody who understands the suffering and persecution of other people. And then suffering became a thing through which to extract validation. And so for the underdeveloped ego, being a warrior for the oppressed was the new high society. That became the new fake Gucci belt. And you know how you can be sure that it's a performance? By the fact that there was no aid being carried on that ship. What was being carried was margarita mixes. What was on the ship was empty condom wrappers. And they admitted that there was no aid. What they explained was that this was all symbolism. Symbolic of what exactly? Symbolic of sailing right past about 50 million people suffering from humanitarian crises and food insecurity, going straight to the place where the highest yield of moral currency can be found. They don't sail anywhere where they can't exploit suffering to appear heroic. Stop, I'm not a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm not I'm not a hero. Am I? And then you say, okay, well, even if they are performing, no harm done, right? You know what the harm is? The harm is that war and terror are real things. These are real people. These are not avatars. We don't need to prolong war and suffering so that the Western underdeveloped ego can take moral selfies while wearing its new fake Gucci belt, which is a keffiyeh and a flotilla. Navigating selective humanity.
navigating selective humanity is probably the best way to put it. If it were not for the popularity of people hating Israel, the popularity of people feeling like they have to fight for something, I was just talking to somebody, if it wasn't for all of this, Greta and the rest of them would have nothing to advocate for. Think about the psychology behind somebody who already maybe had a bad idea of Israel or Jews, and the affirmation that they have received over the past 2 years from people who are influences like music artists and celebrities and actors, actresses, you know, Hollywood characters, these big name philanthropists who have spent 3 or 4 or 5 seconds on a stage somewhere, whether it's a musical performance, the Emmys, a big platform that they've hijacked with either a keffiyeh or with a flag or whatever it is, That is the hijacking of a cause that most of them don't know a lot about. And most of the people who watch them or influence them also don't know a lot about it. But just because they don't know a lot about it doesn't mean that they are told that they should go get to know more, because the person that they trust the most is the person that they follow. And the person that they follow might have no connection to what's going on in the Middle East, maybe have never even left the United States of America. But the second that they wear that keffiyeh, the second that Greta Thunberg, who now has tens of millions of followers, of eyeballs of people, hundreds of millions, I have no idea, they don't care if Greta is right or wrong. They like Greta. She's a media company. She's a brand. She's a personal brand. Her face is a brand. Her voice is a brand. Her clothes are a brand. Her motive is a brand. That is what people are following. They don't care if Greta has the right information. They don't care if Chris Brown has the right information. They don't care if Dan Bilzerian has the right information. They don't care if any of these people have the right information. They like the brand. Or what they're saying reaffirms something that they already believe, so they like them even more. Some people might have hated Dan Bilzerian before he started talking about Israel, hated him, despised him. The second he says that he hates Israel or hates the IDF, they're number one fan. It's not that he said anything profound, it's that he said something that they already liked. Greta's done that for a lot of people. And she's used culture and popularity to do it. And now she's famous. They're famous. They love the fame. They love the spotlight. Greta doesn't give a shit about the Palestinians inside of the Gaza Strip, and she has no idea what they're going through. The people that need to feel the most ashamed are the Palestinians. For them coming onto a boat without the fucking aid that they were supposed to go deliver. How can you claim that Israel is starving people, not giving them aid, and then when you say that you're going to go save the day, you don't have the thing to save them? Use your Wi-Fi. Use your noodles. Your noodles. Activate your noodles, people. All the data is so fucking right there. We don't even need Barack anymore. We don't need me to tell you the truth anymore. It's like, chevre, we say in Hebrew, like, people, yo, wake up, my guy. Like, I'm starting to get impatient with people just not understanding. Like, read between the lines, bro. Forget your timeline. Just like, would you do this for any other conflict? Would you do this for any other conflict, or would you take the time to understand the context to the conflict before you choose a side? Really? It shouldn't be so easy for you to choose not to choose a side just because it has to do with Israel. That's very telling. Have a great afternoon from Australia. I love you all. Here's a note from me.
Here are 4 ways you can help us grow if you believe in our mission. On Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal, you can directly contribute to helping this message grow and reach more people across the world. If you want to join the inner circle, join our Patreon with different tiers, and of course, our Discord community, which is free with people from all across the world. The links to every single one are in the description. And last but not least, to the other Barack community, I love you. Ani ohev otchem. I'll see you guys next time.